Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Jamin's Daily. Today, we are going to talk about brotherly love. How nice, right? Well, as you can see here, my two boys, James and Jude, had their spring photos done recently, and they came out epic. I mean, I could not have asked for a better photo. I mean, just look at it. It's amazing. So happy. They look happy. And it made me think of my brother and our brotherly love when I was young because I came across some photos, two photos. One when we were young, almost like the same size as my boys right here. And then one when we're older and is a cute moment that is caught on camera. And the fact is, what's funny about it is that it was actually caught on camera, not on a phone nowadays. How you can just there was a camera, disposable camera involved, I'm pretty sure. But now that we're on the subject of brotherly love, I wanted to give a story. I wanted to share a story about me and my brother James. I love my brother so much that I named one of my sons after him. James, my youngest son. His name is James. He's a JD, like my brother JD, but he's James Derek. And my brother James is James Daryl. Little different. But when we were young, me and my brother, typical brothers, but I'm going to tell you a very specific event and moment in time. We lived in Laredo in a home that had a pool. And in this pool, we were not supposed to swim in the pool during the summer when our parents were at work, which we almost always broke that rule. We'd have friends over and they'd all leave and dry up. They didn't know. This was before there was like ring cameras and all that stuff where your parents could see the people coming and going. I mean, you could not get away with this in 2024, okay? But this was back in the day, better times, all right? This is like the early 90s. And we're swimming in the pool and we're playing with these dollar store plastic swords. And we're having at it, having a blast, horse playing around. And what I can remember, and at the time I'm in the third grade. Pretty sure I'm in the third grade. It could be the summer going into the fourth grade, but I think it's the third grade. And I hit James with the sword and it makes him mad, so he storms out of the pool. He gets out of the pool and he's walking around, and I'm looking at him. I turn around and I look at him, and he throws his sword at me. Okay, and boom, hits me in the head, and I like kind of sink in under the water because I'm in the water. He gets out of the pool. I'm still in the water. I'm in the shallow end. It's like 3 feet, but at this point, I'm barely 4 feet tall, baby, right? So he throws it, boom, hits me in the head. I kind of fall in, and I get out. Like it hit me. It kind of hurt, but it wasn't. It didn't hurt that much. It kind of grazed me and hit me in the head. And so I get out, and I'm like, "You butthole!" Calling him all the hilarious Bart Simpson type of cut downs, right? So I'm calling him butthole. And when I get out of the pool and I'm walking towards him, he sees me, and then I see him, and I see his reaction. He's like, and I pull my hand off of my head, and I see blood. And I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, I'm like almost go into shock. You know, if I was a lesser boy at the time, I could have passed out, but I didn't. And I remember the neighbor came over and it was a big deal. But you know what I did? I didn't narc. I wasn't a narc. Even then, back then, they asked me, whoa, what happened? What happened? And I could have said, you know what? He threw JD. That's what we called him. Because remember, he's James Darrell. We called him JD growing up the entire time. I said, JD threw that sword at me. He threw it at me on purpose. But I didn't. I was a good brother. Good brother and said it was an accident. Oh, it was an accident. He hit me. It was an accident. Bullshit. Bullshit. It was not an accident. He meant to hit me, and he could have hit me in the eye. He could have taken my eye out. He's lucky. You know, the Lord was with me. I had an angel right there, and all it left me was with. Let me see here. This cool, right here on the top of the head. Where is it at? You can barely, it's at the bridge. It was right here. You can barely even see it. This happened when I was 10 years old. It was 30 years ago, folks, but I remember like it was yesterday. Now hold it. He's going to watch this video and he's going to laugh. And it'll make it all worth it. It'll make it all worth it. I remember going to watch Jurassic Park with my neighbor Hector, wearing this big. They didn't take me. I possibly needed stitches. I don't know. I possibly needed stitches. They didn't take me to the emergency room. I had to wear. They just put this patch on my head, and I went to the movies days later with a big old freaking gauze on my head and stuff. Hilarious. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this special, very special and intimate episode of Jamin's Daily. Please like and share and be my friend on Facebook. Till the next time. Stick with me, folks. Stay right here. Like and share. Send it to your friends. Say Jamin's Daily is where it's at, folks. It's always coming out with something new and something, funny for the folks. Because that's the only reason why I do it, is for you, the folks at home. Until the next time, stick with me because the best is yet to come.